Whiskey friends. Happy Saturday. I got a little impromptu live stream set up here tonight, and we'll be doing some blind samples. I have been waiting for a good time to do these, and now is as good a time as any. So why the hell not? I see we got Mr. French in the house already. What's up, French? Saturday Wine and Doge come in. Yes. We will keep an eye on our good friend, the Doge, and see how that goes. Mahir, what's up in India, buddy? Nice to see you in the house on this fine Saturday evening / in your case, Sunday morning. Northern Ireland Whiskey Straight Al. Good to see you as well. Happy Saturday. What is it? It's got to be getting a little late for you as well, I would assume. Good to have you in the house. The man of the hour, Tony and K.O.P. What up, Tony? I'm going to be getting into your whiskey samples here pretty soon. I'm warming up with a little dram of Evan Williams single barrel. Making sure I can get the palate in order for tonight's festivities. I am assuming that, well, you know all of the ones that are in here. So I'm going to set things up and let everybody know once we give folks a little bit of time to jump in. And we can talk more about what's planned for the evening. If you may have noticed, I've been jumping on the live a little bit more frequently this week, and that is because I've been sitting at my computer more frequently this week. Why, you might ask? Well, I'm heavily riding the Dogecoin roller coaster. It is, for those who don't know, it's a ridiculously speculative cryptocurrency that has been getting tweeted out by Elon Musk and has been gaining huge over the last couple of days in terms of its value. And then today was kind of a rough day, but we have bounced back. So it's been pretty hilarious and crazy. But it makes for, in certain ways, nail-biting entertainment. We could all use a little distraction, right? I think so. So why not? Let's do it again. All right. Daniel Kapil is in the house, our other good friend over in Delhi. How are you? Great to see you. Weekend lockdown. Uh-oh. That's right, because the COVID thing is getting out of control in India. I saw that, man. I am sorry to hear that. I hope you and yours are safe and well and are not coming down with this stupid virus. And, gives you time to check out a few whiskeys, I'm sure. Yeah, basically, right? I wasn't on last night, but I needed a day off. But, I'm back. I had a really nice afternoon getting some things done and went to a kind of a beer garden food thing in a really beautiful park here in Philadelphia with a wonderful lady. That was a good time. And hit up Chinatown, had some craps. That was good too. And so I am back home and decided I would have a few pours, remembering that Tony and King of Prussia has generously provided me with 5 mystery samples. I'm going to taste all 5 tonight, and I'm going to try and, I guess, approximate what they are. I can't imagine I'm going to get them correct, but I think I'm going to try to get in the ballpark. And I will give you guys kind of the rundown on how we're going to do that. I am here. Love that bourbon, says Mr. French. All right. Let me set this up. So I got to hang out with a fellow malt muser channel supporter, friend of mine, Patreon supporter all around, kick-ass dude, Tony, who lives not far from me here in Philly, just up the road. And we met at a, well, I don't think this is out of line to say, one of our favorite liquor stores right across the river over in New Jersey called Benash. Shout out to Benash. They're awesome. And we were hunting some bottles. I was actually selling him a few Elijah Craigs, and he was sharing with me some samples that he brought, a couple of which he labeled, and then there's 5 that are blind. So we have the red smiley face. We have the green smiley face. We have the yellow, the blue, and the orange. 5 samples. He also graciously provided an answer key, which I have not looked at. So I don't know what these are. The only information I have is that they're whiskeys. So who knows? I'm assuming there's going to be bourbon in here. I think he said there was bourbon, and perhaps some American whiskey. Who knows? So basically what I'm going to do here is I'm going to pour a sample of each of these as we kind of go through the eve. And what I will try to do is share whatever notes I get, and give you guys a sense of what they are. It should be fun. Tony is the one with the answers. Now, Tony, if you want to, and maybe we can just take a quick, if you want to drop your answers for these 5 bottles in the chat for folks, I can turn my chat off, and that will at least give them a sense of what I'm drinking. And then I'll turn the chat back on when it has scrolled past, and that way I will not have any insight, and you all will. Actually, there might be another way I can do this. I maybe could put the sheet of paper up on the screen here and let you guys read it. Let me try that first. Okay, I'm opening it, but I am not looking at the answers, as you can see. Okay, it looks like a lot of writing here. Tony, maybe do you want to do that? Do you want to share with folks what the answers are? Or you could pass them on to Daniel, who I know will probably hang out for a bit tonight. However we want to do this. Do you guys want the answers in advance? I don't know. If you don't, it doesn't really matter. I could just get into them. But, you know, I figured it might be more fun to watch if you knew what I was drinking and you can make fun of the fact that I am getting it so wrong. Okay, Tony, you can do that. Okay, I'm going to turn my chat off. And then after Tony gives the answers, if y'all can just like type in something so it scrolls up faster. I need it to scroll up like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spots. That way I will not be able to see it in my streaming platform here. And then from there, we'll just get into it. Okay, so I'm going to turn it off. Thanks again, Tony, for doing this. I'll turn this off for a minute. Hang on, let me just confirm how to do this. Okay, it's off. So I will wait like 5 minutes. If y'all can, cool. Yeah, send it to Daniel as well. If y'all can just like, I'll wait until 8:45 and then I'll turn the chat back on. So like I said, after Tony puts the answers in the answer key, if y'all can just jump in the chat really quick and say, you know, something in order for it to bump up so I can't see it. And then I'll turn it back on. So I'll give you all 6 minutes for this. And go. In the meantime, our friend the Doge coin started looking a little dicey this morning. We were down to 21 cents a share. We are back up in the 27 to 28s. It's only dropped a cumulative 11% today, which is awesome compared to where it was. It was quite terrifying for anybody who's in it. It was like, shit, is this thing gonna finally pop? It doesn't look like it. It's come back strong. We did hit 30 again today. In fact, I think we actually got higher than that. We hit 32 again today, almost 33. So it seems like we're stabilizing a bit here between the 20 and 30, which is great. I would still encourage folks to get in on this. It does seem like there's still market here despite some of the naysayers. While you're doing that, I am going to pour the first one. And the first one is going to be the red. So let me, and these sample, look at these sample sizes. These are huge. Thank you, Tony. I'm going to get one of these in a glass here. Since I can see the color of these, I'm not going to use the blind. Well, the blind ones won't matter. But I got the red. So what I'll do is I'll go through them. I'll taste them. I'll try and get a sense of what they are, style, maybe even more than that. I'll rank them at the end, tell you which one I think is the best, and then we'll do the big reveal. In the meantime, I'm going to finish up this Evan Williams. Talk about a great palate setter. Evan Williams. Really can't go wrong with this. Yeah. Still fighting. We're at 27.3, which is great. Daniel, I know Daniel's in. I know there's a couple other folks in the chat who've been in on this. And make your money all you can. Speaking of good whiskey, I did want to come back and mention something. So I have had the opportunity to have a couple more drams of the Seagrass. I know that I opened this on my little live stream that I impromptu did on Thursday and well, I liked it. I kind of gave the impression like it was very, very hot. I do think the proof might be a little high on this. Outside of that, with enough water, even, I think I put 6 or 7 drops on this. It was still a little hot. I've tried it since then with like 2 or 3 teaspoons, and boy, it shines. So there's a lot of value in this, and that the water is really going to be a thing. If you haven't heard about this yet, this is the third kind of just like named whiskey from the blenders over at Barrel. I know they have their bourbons, which they do batches, and they got their ryes, and they got some rums. But they've been doing these different experimental kind of bottles, so to speak, with lots of finishes, right? So they did the Dovetail. They did the Armida, which I did on a happy hour. That one was really, really good. This one is the newest one. And while the Armida was bourbon, this is American and Canadian rye. And it's finished in Martinique rum, which is a sugarcane rum, not a molasses rum, Madeira, and apricot brandy. It works, and it's good. It just needs some water. This was one of the heaviest whiskeys I've ever drank neat. It was really intense. I mean, it was like Corey Vrecken intense. For folks who've had the Corey Vrecken, real spicy, hot whiskey. Well, more spice than heat, but it was there. I do think it's maybe just a little bit on the higher proof end, that maybe it didn't quite need that, but boy, as long as you add water, you're good. This Evan Williams, on the other hand, doesn't really need water. Okay. Let me just finish this off. Cleanse the old palate a little bit here. Do drop in the chat if any of y'all guys are having any drams tonight. I'd love to hear what you're sipping on. Like I said, so one more minute, I'm going to turn the chat back on. I hope you guys have all done what you needed to do. I'm starting with the red smiley face here. So this is this will be the first one. In fact, I'm going to get the second one set up right away too. And I think I am just going to use these black glasses just because. The second one I'm going to do is going to be the green. We'll go green second. So let me just get some of this in the glass. Get that one waiting. Fuck it. I'll just get them all waiting. Every whiskey deserves a little oxygen, doesn't it? I got to remember what order I did this in. Okay. That's red. That's green. The third one will be blue. All right. And then the other two, let me just get these poured. Okay, so the next one we'll do is orange. All right, orange. Just get these in some type of order. If I mess these up, that'll really suck. And then we'll pour out the yellow here. Okay, got them all poured. We'll give them all their oxygen. I'm going to open up the chat, so I do hope. It looks like there's been 13 comments. I got a little notification. I can't see them all. I'm hoping that is enough, so I don't get any notification. Okay, looks good. I can't see anything. The top sample is super generous, awesome pours. Says Daniel H. To Tony, Peter White says killer samples. Never see one of them here. No problem at all. Hope you guys enjoy. Kapil, Daniel, Peter, Chad. Oh, okay. So I can't see it. So you get, yeah, this worked out perfectly. Right on. Tony says, have fun. Yeah, I will. And thank you again so much, Tony, for your generosity with these samples and for the Patreon support. It means a lot to me, man. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And to start off, I'm going to go into this. The red. So, all right. Here's the color. My first guess, just by looking at the color, is maybe there's a sherry in it. Maybe it's a bourbon, perhaps. It looks bourbony. It doesn't look scotchy as much, but okay. Let's go in on the nose here. Okay, it's definitely a bourbon. Wow. Soft. Very soft. This reminds me of a Jefferson's Ocean. It's sweet. So it's sweet, like almost like sweet fruit. It's got a little bit of spice, but not much. A little bit of oak. Okay, yeah, this is definitely a bourbon. Very subtle. A little bit of apple, caramel apple. A little bit of like wood chips or something. Yeah, I just snuck Doge. I snuck the Doge into the thumbnail. Yeah. Ooh, this is it's a little bit bready. I wonder if this is weeded. There's a cherry note coming through. I'm starting to increasingly think this might be a wild turkey product. Tough to say. It's that cherry note coming through. It's not quite cotton candy, which is what I get off a lot of wild turkey, but okay. I'm going to guess this is, from the nose, I'm thinking it might be something out of the wild turkey line. Maybe a Russell's Reserve, maybe. Again, this is the red. All right, let's try it. Ooh. It arrives really sweet. And then you get a huge spice hit. This is not a Russell's. Dark, there's caramel, there's plum, raisin, malted milk balls. Oh, wow. Okay, and then there's this second surge, and it's like a very high quality, like dark toffee. I was actually starting to wonder if this is a B-Tech Weller. I can't tell if the spice was rye. It was rye, or if it was actually just high ABV. Because it's got this nice soft finish, which makes me think it's potentially a wheated bourbon. Cherry's gone. little bit of like a root beer cola thing. Interesting. Do one more sip. Boy, that nose is quite nice. I have had this before. Not this specific dram per se, but this whiskey, I have had it before. Wow, second sip is great. Loads of milk chocolate and dark chocolate. That spice is still in there, but it's not ticking the rye box for me. This is much more, wow, dark chocolate forward, milk chocolate. There's caramel. There's that root, it's not as much root beer. It's cola, effervescence, kind of like tingles. Wow, heavy, long finish on it. It's incredibly chocolatey finish. I mean, this is a bourbon. What the hell would this be? Maybe a Stag BTEC? I don't know. It's not quite. The wheat thing isn't quite enough there. Okay. I enjoy it. I'm going to try this next one in a second here. Doge is back over 28. Fantastic news. Okay. The next one I'm going to do is going to be the yellow. So here's the color on the yellow. Again, looking bourbon-like. That last one struck me as high ABV too. So this will be the yellow. Whoa, very different. Pistachio ice cream. Mint chocolate. It smells like you walked into an ice cream shop. Pistachio, malted. Wow, that's very different. Very, very different. This may not be a bourbon. This has got tiramisu. Like this is like creme brulee. It's a very creamy, rich, kind of nutty chocolate. It smells like pistachio ice cream. There's a little bit of like, oh wow. Yeah, this is way different. This is way different on the nose. Unique. I mean, it is. It's very in your face. Like this does not smell like your average bourbon. This is probably not a bourbon. This is probably some type of American whiskey. Wow. Dessert-like. All right. Whoa. What is this? Hot. Rich. A little bit of spice, and then this surge of like, oh, holy shit. Like you just bit into a freshly baked, warm chocolate chip cookie. This heavy, it's like vanilla extract or like French vanilla. I mean, the vanilla is so dense on this. A little bit of spice, maybe cinnamon. Hard to say. Wow. I think I like the red one better so far, but this is unique. Very unique. Maybe this is a Balcony. I don't know. I'm not getting there's no rye spice or like corn even in this. I'm guessing this might not be this is not a bourbon. My guess is that it's not a bourbon. He says he loves us for one of the reasons I just mentioned. By the way, if you've just joined, if you scroll back in the chat, Tony, our friend here who gave me these samples, did reveal what all of these bottles or these samples are that I'm drinking. You're just going to have to scroll back in the chat. And if you can't for some reason, if we have to do it again to post so people can stay posted, I do want to make sure folks, get to make fun of me. So this is very different. God, sticky as hell. Okay. By the way, I've been trying to do more and more blind stuff, not just live, but like also as a way of tasting whiskeys. It's not always easy, but it's fun. And let me know in the chat. I mean, have you participated or done any blind tastings before, or do you try to like pour things blind for folks? I mean, it does remove any elements of bias or motivated reasoning or any of these psychological tricks that we can play on each other. It removes expectations, and it just gives you a straight up experience to go off of. I quite enjoy it. And as I mentioned, I think on the live stream a couple days ago, I'm going to be doing it's going to be a 4-part video of a 12 blind sherry matured whiskey challenge. Basically, I'm going to do 3 videos of tasting 4 sherry matured blind whiskeys. Mostly are going to be first fill Oloroso, but at least Oloroso matured. There's mostly Scotch. One is an American single malt. One is Cavalan. I'm going to mix them all up. I'm going to do 4 blind videos. I'm going to pick one winner from each. And then I will do a final shootout video, and then I'll give the whole ranking of what I thought was fun. I think it's our best tours. I think it'll be really fun because I've just found myself with a good amount of sherry. Some of the whiskeys that are going to be in this: Cavalan Solus Sherry Cask, Stranahan's Colorado Single Malt Sherry Cask, Glenfarclas 15, Balvenie 15, Edgerdour 10 Signatory, Aberlour Abuna, Glenlivet Nadura, Glendronach 18 Allardyce, Naked Grouse. There are a few more that I'm probably not remembering right now, but the point is I'm trying to get a bunch of them from across the price spectrum. A Deanston. I think there's a Deanston that I'm going to put in there. Deanston 23 Oloroso, I think. Yeah. The point is that try to get things from across the price scale. So if I do them blind, we'll see, a Naked Grouse, which I'm a big fan of, as you all hear me talk about it all the time, to see where it falls in a tasting where there's going to be some older stuff or some more expensive stuff. So I'm really going to do the best I can to make this a accessible tasting series where they're not just going to be whiskeys that you can't get your hands on. I think it's going to be, I'll probably do this in the next month. I'm probably going to wait until I'm in Chicago before I do the recordings, but I'm going to do this, in the next month or two. I think it'll be a lot of fun. And if the format works, if you guys give good feedback for it, do let me know. I definitely want to, learn how to do it even more exciting. And the bottom line is I just kind of want to give folks a sense of really the thesis here is, does older equal better? Does more expensive mean that it's necessarily going to be a better whiskey? So I'm really, really trying to be diligent about getting things that are going to be from in a price spectrum between $30 to $200, right? I mean, so we're going to have some expensive stuff. We'll have some cheaper stuff and mix them in there and see what happens, right? It'll be fun. It's not going to be definitive on anything, but I have a pretty good palate for these things, and I think it'll be a good time. Plus, I'll get to do it blind, and that'll be fun. So I'm really looking forward to it. Let me catch up on the chat quick, and then I'll get into this third whiskey. Oh, super generous pours. Good to know. Yeah, I was at 6:25 a.m. Hey, man. Right on, dude. Appreciate that, Meyer. If you can guess what this one is, you can have all my Dogecoin. The yellow one. If I guess what it is, you'll give me all your Dogecoin, which is currently at 27.6. Okay. I accept that challenge. I won't cheat, I promise. No, I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to record them over the course of 3 nights because my palate will get shot. I'll record them all in a week, and then I'll post them, I don't know, in some type of order. Maybe I'll do the final 3 live or something. I don't know. We'll see. Draminer, Eric, man, you've been putting out lots of lies lately. Are you still coming from the city that beats up? Yes, I am. Draminator, what's up, buddy? Yeah, I am. I am in Philly still. Not much longer. I'm packing my bags. I'm pulling up my stakes. I am heading west, not far west, but I'm heading west to the second city, the Windy City, the Wild Onion, as it translates, Chicago, Illinois. And I will be moving there no later than June 1st, but perhaps sooner than that. Quite looking forward to it. Yeah, good friends there. I'm close to family. I'm originally from Milwaukee, which is right up the road, about an hour, and so I'll be a lot closer to family. I'm looking forward to the move. It'll be good. I thought you were on blue. No, I've done red and yellow. And okay, I'll do blue next. All right, I'll do blue next. Yeah. Right. Okay, so we're on to the third one. Here's the color of the third one. And again, folks can scroll up in the chat if they want to see what these are. And if you can't find it for some reason, we can work it out so he can post them again. This is the blue smiley face. Again, Tony and King of Prussia. Appreciate these samples. Ooh. Smells like a Christmas cookie. Slight anise. Vanilla. This one is actually quite similar to yellow in the nose. Almost like an almondy, like an almond paste, whatever that stuff is called. Marzipan? There's a little bit of a butterscotch. Perhaps more than a little butterscotch. Yeah, sweet. That's what the nose is on this. Butterscotch, marzipan, vanilla, cocoa, and a slight amount of ants. Okay. More subtle than the yellow one, for sure. Not nearly as big a flavor. This one might not be cast strength. Very similar from the nose onto the palate. Lighter. Hints of dark chocolate. Again, the marzipan. There's like buttercream, vanilla. Medium finish. Medium long. This is also not a scotch. I'm not sure this is a bourbon either. Chocolatey. God, this and the yellow. The yellow one is almost like a castric version of this. I think this is my least favorite of the 3 so far. It's good. It's a little bit more relaxed. Let's do one more sip. It almost has like a rum quality to it. There are hints of like some tropical fruit. Okay, it's a little bit bigger on the flavor now, a little bit more tannic. But again, vanilla, chocolate. No mint. Maybe slight mint. Hardly though. Medium long on the finish. The finish is kind of 2-note. It's that same vanilla. That from nose to finish, that vanilla almondy marzipan thing is there. The anise that I was detecting earlier, it's sort of there in the background, but not. It's not. It's not strong. It's like a slight black licorice. I have no idea what this is. I'm gonna shit if this is something I've already had. I have a feeling it isn't. So just to recap, so far I've done the red, yellow, and blue. The red I am increasingly convinced is either a George T. Stagg or a William LaRue Weller BTAC. The yellow and the blue, I am perplexed. These are so. I want to say maybe like a Widow Jane. But no, it's not a Widow Jane. So far, ranking-wise, I would go red, yellow, blue. The red and the yellow were both wow. This blue one's not as wow, but okay. We'll see, because we're going to do water on all these two, of course, because I'm not a degenerate. Okay, let's move right along. Next up, orange. He says the wild onion. Yes, Chicago translates to wild onion. Yeah, or some say wild garlic. God, what is going on here? It's like the same nose as the yellow and the blue. Are you trying to trick me? Are these all the same whiskey? Okay. This one is a little bit more vibrant. It's got the marzipan. It's got the vanilla. It's got the chocolate. But it's also got cinnamon red hot on the nose. Like there's even a little bit of like a borderline mesquite barbecue thing. A little bit of apple, more complexity on the orange versus the blue. Yeah. Okay. Okay, we're back in cast strength. Heavy hit, chocolate, dark chocolate. No, more milk chocolate. Take that back, not dark. There's also like a fudginess to this one. Almost like truffle, chocolate truffle. You guys know what that tastes like. On the fruit aspect of this, it's juicy. It's pear. It's cinnamon is there. It's went from cinnamon red hot, like the red hot candy, to more of like a traditional kind of cinnamon note. Slightly drying. There's a juiciness to this, though. I can't quite put my finger on what it is. Medium long finish. I like this one. Man, I don't know if my palate's off tonight, but I swear the nose on the yellow, blue, and now orange is eerily similar. The only one that I've noticed is like dramatically different on the nose is the red. These all have very strong vanilla, chocolate, and like marzipan notes. This one has more, even though, like a whipped cream, like a little bit tannic, but it's like a cinnamon tannic. Okay, if I was going to rank them so far, this just got even more interesting. There's like a black olive note now. I know this is going to sound crazy. There's like a black olive, slight saltiness, slight savory. It's got another dimension to it. Okay. So far, orange is my favorite. Orange, red, yellow, blue. I don't know what any of them are. This one, there's like a cherry thing now too. This one, if it didn't have all that chocolate, I would think it was a Four Roses pick. But that's not Four Roses. All of these are very with the exception, I think, of yellow, they're not very spicy, which is making me think these are all high corn or wheated. This could also be the Weller, but I don't know. This is tough. All right, how's the coin doing? Oh, 28-4, y'all. Yeah. People were hating this morning. Who's laughing now? I'm glad I bought low this morning. Shit. Okay. We got one more that needs to go through round one here. And that's green. Okay. So I'm going to reorder these from favorite to least. So far my list is orange, red, yellow, blue. All right. I have them in the right order here. I hope I'm not boring everybody, but this seems fun. Okay. Here's green. Again, these all look bourbon-y. Oh, wait, I already poured it. Okay, here we go. All right. Mahir, you're heading out. Cheers, buddy. Get some good rest, man. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, buddy. Be well. Okay. So I'm on green. This one is much more oaky, woody, not nearly as strong on those vanilla chocolate notes. Here I get more fruit, cherries, apples, maybe even a hint of like a raspberry in this. Wow, this one's interesting. Prickly makes me think it's probably cast strength. Bourbon, for sure. This one's a bourbon. I don't know about yellow and blue, but red and green are definitely bourbons. Wow, there's like a nice, it's almost, ooh, I really like, this one's subtle too on the nose. I like this. It's not overpowering with one or two notes. This is really nice. Shortbread cookie. Caramel. All right, here we go. Bourbon for sure. Much lighter on the arrival, but then you get this nice surge. Wow. Big flavor. It's drying, but It's balanced. It's trying it exactly the way I would like it. Again, low on the spice, although there's a bit of it. This one might have a little higher rye. Chocolate gingerbread. Again, sweet, savory, spicy profile. White chocolate. Cafe mocha. It's not deep enough. It's not deep enough to be like earthy, like a coffee, but it's in there. There's a little bit of that kind of root beer float. This, I got a guess on this one. Old Forester, whatever that, it's a Old Forester birthday bourbon, or it's an Old Forester, whatever that like new one was, celebrating some anniversary, 150th anniversary. This has an Old Forester profile to it. This I think is an Old Forester. I'm trying not to get locked in on that, but I quite like it. Okay. Based on the first taste, and again, Daniel and Tony have generously like shared what these are. If folks are in the chat want to know what the hell I'm talking about, scroll back up a little bit. They're in there. If I need to post it again, let me know. If you can't find it, just post in the chat and we can go through this again. Okay, so here's where I'm at. My rankings on these are as follows. So far, my favorite is orange, followed by red, followed by green, followed by yellow, followed by blue. I really don't have much idea what most of these are, but I'm going to have a couple guesses that I feel somewhat sure about. Red is either a George T. Stagg or William LaRue Weller BTAC, and I'm going to find out more about that when we put water on it. Green, I think, is an Old Forester. Green, I think, is Old Forester. Either birthday bourbon or the new like 100. I don't remember what it's called. I'm sorry. It's like the 150th anniversary thing that they just put out. I'm feeling pretty confident about green being Old Forester product. Red is a BTAC. I think it's. I got to go back into it, but if I had to guess, it's Weller. The other three are tough. And again, for the record, green, red, and orange I think are bourbons. Blue and yellow, I'm not sure about. Okay, so we're going to take these in order. When I taste these again, I'm going to take these in order from least favorite to most favorite with water, just to kind of see how it goes. I mean, it doesn't really matter, I suppose. Okay. This is so fun, man. And cheers again. I want to, everybody to just give a shout out if you enjoy this. Like, give a fucking shout out to Tony in King of Prussia. He is a Patreon supporter of the channel. He provided these samples generously to me. These are very nice, hefty samples. Biggest sample bottles I've ever seen, to be honest with you. And just all around great dude. I really appreciate this, Tony. Thank you. And it's a lot of fun. Yeah, and I can tell these are all quality products for sure, and none of these are slacking. Again, I do think they're all cask strength. They all seem high ABV, with the exception, I think blue is the one that I thought was the lowest ABV. So we're going to keep track of that. And we're about to hit that first hour, so let me catch up on the chat, y'all. Peter White said, I seem to remember Brady taking care of McNabb. Yes, he sure did. I got no love for Philly sports, so rip away. Love all of these. But this one was my least favorite. Oh, you're talking about the fifth one I had. Oh, this is your least favorite. Okay. The Old Forester, you mean? I can't wait to be 100% wrong on that. Hello, he did. You're right. Yeah. At Malt Muser, where did you place that one? I have all of them. Where did I place that one? Can you post again and let me know? I'm not sure. I might have missed that. Have them all tipped out. I wish I could get my hands on the green. Oh, interesting. So the green is in third place for me right now. Water may change it. Yeah, Daniel, if you could let me know what you meant in that last comment that I posted. Where did you place that one? Should I go through where I have them again? Green something special. Peter White is saying that. I'm now you got me like, oh shit. I liked the green. But right now it's in third. Yeah, I'll just go through it again. Okay, so where I'm at is orange is 1, red is 2, green 3, yellow 4, blue 5. And I'm going to take these in reverse order with, I'm going to do, just to be fair, I'll do 2 drops of water on each, just so they're like, we're not, I mean, it's not a fucking exact science, but you know what I'm saying, y'all. I'm going to try to do 2 drops on each. Okay, here we go. 1, 2. All right. We're back to blue. We're back in this vanilla custard, ice cream. It's just so much vanilla and hazelnut. Very sweet. It smells almost like hazelnut, like the syrup you would put in. Ooh, I got a thumbs down. Awesome. I know I'm doing well. Yeah, that's what this is giving me. Again, I am not confident. I'm not confident this is a bourbon. Okay, here we go. This is by far the most balanced, the least heat, and it arrives a little bit languid, but then it really shows up with a nice surge of like kind of drying toffee, dark chocolate. Milk chocolate. It's almost like a yeah. This has to be a bourbon. I don't know what the hell it is, but it has to be. That vanilla-ness on the nose is just like unmistakable. It's like a vanilla. I don't know, man. This one I think is still the most. I like it. It's relaxed. That might be the Weller. It could be the Weller. Again, my palate skews towards spicier rye, high rye bourbons. This one doesn't strike me as very high rye. I don't quite get the wheat, but it could be there. It has a really nice. Honestly, this reminds me in many ways of the Balcones French oak. It's really good at what it does, but it's not like super intense, or it's not super complex. Okay. So that was blue with water. Man, that finish goes on for a while. It's quite nice. Let's take a look at our Doge friends. What's going on with Doge? Oh, 29.6. And we're on the surge again. This is what happens. For all y'all that are in, don't you worry, man. You hold. We're about to hit 30 again. It is surging right now. What up, James Morgan? How are you? By the way, what state are you in, man? I do like I like to give regular viewers shout outs to where they're at. And so if you don't mind sharing your city or your state, let me know and I'll try to remember it and give you a shout out. Right now we got Daniel, East Texas, Tony, King of Prussia, Pennsylvania, Peter White, Ontario. There are some other folks in the chat as well. Mahir was here, Kapil, both in Delhi, India. Yeah, I mean, maybe. No, I like a good thumbs down. It lets me know that I'm on the right track, Radical wing of the AA. Someone who did not buy Doge at 10 cents. Yeah. I got in at 13, but we're about to blast through 30 again. Yo, I'll tell you, this morning I was worried about the Doge. If the one I pick, number one, is a Weller, I will stop doing whiskey videos. Hey, man, it's good. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. I appreciate it because what people don't realize is hitting the thumbs down actually still bumps you up in the algorithm. Oh, James Morgan knows what's up now too. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, you let me know, James Morgan, man. I'll throw down some. I'll throw down your. I'll give props to where you're at if you are willing to share. Yeah, we're at 29.5. Dogecoin is still going back up. We are literally almost back where we were yesterday. We're only down 7% since yesterday, which is amazing. But for the week, we're up 346%. It is not Weller's Special Reserve. It is totally not. You're not going to throw me off with that. I know what Weller's Special Reserve is. That ain't Weller's Special Reserve. This is too good. Okay. Going back to the preliminary fourth place whiskey, 2 drops, and that is yellow. Oh, so much more intense, richer, and deeper than the blue. Again, heavy vanilla. All of these two smell like I walked into a damn ice cream shop. And y'all know, even if you've been into like a Baskin Robbins 31 flavors, one of those spots, like what that smell is. This is the one that there's like pistachio. It's hard to get much more. There's something behind it. It's, again, a little bit of a savory note. As weird as it sounds, it's like sushi umami. Not sushi, literally, but like the umami that you get off sushi. All right. Oh, yeah. So intense, rich, heavy flavors. Nothing new, but what it's doing well. Again, wow. Heavy vanilla. Sugar cookie. Root beer, vanilla, not root beer. Let me rephrase it. Root beer float. The vanilla mixed in with it. Don't look now. Doge is at 29.7. We're going back to 30, y'all. To the freaking moon. We just need Elon Musk to throw out another tweet. This has got a much more like of the high quality chocolate notes. It's more milk chocolate than dark chocolate, but it's fudgy. There's hints of brown sugar, toffee, apple, caramel. Yo, yellow. I don't particularly love the nose on yellow or blue. I find them very similar, but yellow is hands down a better whiskey. And I'm going to say it. Okay. I have to take a quig, and then I will come back and we will do the rest of these. So hold the fort. All right. Sorry, you don't get to see me do the Quig shuffle. Shout out Food Quig if you're in the house. Yeah, we're over 30 on Dogecoin, and we're surging to 33, 30.3, 30.4. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Okay. So far, after round 2, yellow is over blue. And now we're going to the green. Again, the green smiley face. 2 drops. Boom, boom. This is the one I thought was an Old Forester. So, to recap, the yellow and the blue are the 2 that I wasn't sure were bourbon. I'm rethinking that, and I'm starting to think the yellow is a bourbon. Now I'm not so sure about this being Old Forester. Jesus, there's no way I'm guessing any of these. Again, though, this has an extra element to it. It's similar on the nose, the strong vanilla, the marzipan, the pistachio ice cream. But this one has something behind it, and it's a little bit of the savory note. It's a little bit of a barbecue note, like a dry mesquite type thing. There's even some citrus, like lime. Okay. Oh, man, green. Definitely a bourbon. Much more complex than the other 2. Juicy fruit. Cinnamon. Nutmeg. Eggnog. Doge is about to hit 31. It's surging again. So many haters out there were on Twitter saying Doge was done 7 hours ago. Yeah, what's up? We're hanging at 30.4 now. Okay. Yo, green. Oh, man. Green is, I'm still thinking this is Old Forester birthday bourbon. Or the 150th anniversary, one of the whatever. That's really good. Yes. He needs to. He's been like doing these cryptic tweets. He's such a dick. Sorry, Elon. I mean, put out another one. Talk about Dogecoin going to the moon. UK state of denial when it comes to bourbons. Oh, are you in the UK, James? H&H. Yeah, no. This is not H&H. Kilcarnate. Oh, is that the bourbon or the sherry? Oh, yes. Wilderness Trail Rye, man. What's up, Chris? Great to have you in the house. I am a big fan of that because it's a very bourbon-y rye whiskey. I like rye. I mean, I like ryes of all kinds, but that one, man, oh, that really hit the spot for me. It's a cast strength. I bought a store pick in the regular version. I'm a big fan. Be curious how you hit it, how you think about it. I don't. Is that a good thing? I'm not. I'm trying not to talk too much about Doge. I'm just periodically going to throw out updates. But if I annoy you, let me know. I ain't trying to make this a Doge show. It is mostly whiskey. I'm periodically going to talk about the Doge, but we're almost to E. We're only minus 4% since yesterday, by the way. Fuck around and find out. Okay. We're going back to my second, the one that I had in second place after the neat tasting. This is the red. And this is one that I have been waiting to get back into. So far, I'm not seeing any movement in the other three. I think it is green third, yellow fourth, blue fifth. 2 drops. We'll see. We'll see what happens. See if one of these falls. Here we go. Oh, man. This smells like a fresh baked cheesecake. Baked. Wait. You know what I mean. A freshly made cheesecake. Oh, he's UK. James in London. Cheers to our friend across the pond. Oh, this is just decadent. Decadent dessert notes. Buttercream, toffee, nice vanilla. Again, concentrated vanilla. Very sweet. There's there's maybe a hint of raspberry. Oh, man. Bourbon for sure with rye. The red. The red is quite simply fantastic. Even with water, it's very similar to what it was before. It's got a nice hit of spice, which I love. Long finish, caramel, toffee, vanilla, root beer, marzipan. These whiskeys are very similar in a lot of the profile as far as what I'm getting. But the palate is showing where it's different. I am very torn between green and red being in the second and third place spots here. But we have one more to do, and we're going to just do it right now. The first place from the neat tasting, orange, 2 drops. Oh, hell yeah. I love the Deanston Bordeaux casks. Amazing. Oh, right on. Well, yeah, I'm sure you've heard more than you need to hear about Dogecoin then. We're at 29.8 now. We're over 30 again. Crazy. All right. The last one with water, orange. This was my first place one from the neat tasting. creamy, decadent, no spice. As I mentioned before, the spice is very low. It was the same on the nose. Chocolatey, caramel, vanilla. Slightly bready, slightly honeyed. Oh, I don't know. I really like it, but it's lost a. Wait. One of the things I really love about a good whiskey is when you get the drying tannic, not tannic. It doesn't even need to be tannic. You get the drying quality on the palate, but then it's accented with like the juicy fruits, and just like an overall mouth-wateringness that kind of balances it out and offsets it. This orange one has that in spades. Okay. I'm ready to rank these. Oh, fuck. So, in the neat tasting, it went orange. This is 1 to 5. Orange, red, green, yellow, blue. In this tasting, it is going to change a little bit. And it's going to go red, green, orange, yellow, blue. So, my first place of this blind tasting is red. My second place is green. My third place is orange. My fourth place is yellow. My fifth place is blue. Shout out again to Tony and King of Prussia for these amazing samples. I really appreciate it. I'm going to make my best guesses here. I am guessing that the red is a George T. Stagg BTEC. I am guessing that the green is a Old Forester either birthday bourbon or the 150th anniversary thing or whatever that was that came out. The only one that is not cast strength is blue. The orange, I don't know. I don't know the rest. I really don't. I would be throwing darts blindly in the dark on those. But I will confidently say my guess is on my top two. Okay. I'm going to catch up on the chat, and then we'll do the reveal. Have you all seen the new Glen Scotia wine hit the shelves? I have not. Tell me about it. Actor. Oh, interesting. Colin was telling me about it. There's a Glen Scotia wine cask, huh? Okay. Well, I got to get that. All right. Tony and King of Prussia, drop a note in the chat if you are here, because I'm about to open the answer key. Actually, you know what? We're going to do this in a different way. Tony, are you here? If Tony's here, I'm going to give him a couple minutes to comment in the chat if he's here. I'll let him reveal the answers in the chat, because that'll be even more fun than me reading it. If he's not, Daniel, I know you have them because he shared them. I'll have you do it. I really enjoyed all of these whiskeys. This was not easy. The noses on most of these are very similar. Okay, Tony's here. Okay. In fifth place of my sample tasting is the blue, and all I can tell you is that it's not a cast strength. So if you can drop what the whiskey is and the ABV, that would be great. So blue is fifth place for me. I enjoyed it. It's still an above average. I would say this is a 3.5, but it's not as interesting as the others. So I'm guessing that it could be a wheated bourbon, but I'm not sure. Tony, go ahead and post the reveal when you are ready, my friend. I am eager to find out what the hell this is. Oh, I love Glengarry. Yeah. All right. So Tony's gonna share with us what the blue is when he is ready. In the meantime, yeah, I've given you my best guess. None of these are scotches. And I think this is the only one that is not cast strength. Pins and needles, brother. Pins and needles. I'm going to pour another dram of the number one for me because I need to have more of it. If you don't have those answers, though, let me know because I can post them as well. Oh, yeah. This one is awesome. It says 24 years old, which means it's the lowest ABV probably, right? That would make sense. Is it a rhetoric? Blue is the single cask nation pre-fire 47% alcohol, and it is cask strength, 24 years old. Okay. That's interesting. What is pre-fire? 12 years in Kentucky, 12 years in Scotland. Interesting. Okay. So it was a single cask nation pick. Obviously, I got this wrong. Maybe not on the ABV or the cask strength guess, but I got it wrong on what the whiskey was. I didn't necessarily because I said it probably wasn't a bourbon, and it sounds like it wasn't. Okay. So I'm like half right on the blue. Okay. Okay, here's what's next. In fourth place is yellow. And this was what I thought was very similar to the blue, but better. It's from Heaven Hill before they had their fire, and then shipped to Scotland and aged 12 years in ABV. So it goes, okay. Heaven Hill? Interesting. So it was a bourbon, but then it was aged in Scotland? The more you know. Fourth place was yellow. So do reveal to us what the if you got the ABV, the name of the whiskey, etc. This was another one that I thought was maybe a bourbon, but probably not. I thought it was kind of in the same wheelhouse as the blue, but ultimately did not change in its placing and in fourth. So yellow is fourth. So again, the blue is a 24-year-old, 12 years in Kentucky at Heaven Hill, and then called the Pre-Fire, single cask nation. And then it is moved to Scotland. And again, so if I was going to score the yellow, well, the blue I said was like a 3.5, which is great. The yellow I would have put it like a 3.75. Yellow is the Obtainium Light Whiskey 130 proof. Okay, so it was higher proof. Okay. I don't know what Obtainium is. Yeah, so I'm glad it's not a surprising guess. So is it a bourbon? Because that is one that I was unsure if it was a bourbon or not. So I was like 50% on the blue. I'm not sure what I'm going to end up with on this yellow. Wow. Okay. Obtainium. It sounds like something out of a sci-fi film. Yeah, for sure. Boutique Whiskey Company did the same on a 24-year-old. Oh, interesting. Okay. That's good to know. I will wait for Tony to share any more details on 4. But 3 was interesting because 3 was at first was my second pick, but is now my third. And that is the orange. This one I said was definitely a bourbon. He gets to keep his Doge. Yeah, you definitely do. I said orange was definitely a bourbon. It was definitely cast strength. But I was not able to totally decipher what it is. I think it's wheated, but I'm not sure. So we'll see what Tony's got to say. I'll just go ahead and guess. I'm gonna guess. Hang on. Not weird. That one's got rye. Is that a Sazerac? I'm gonna guess it's a Sazerac BTEC. I'm gonna guess that's the Sazerac 18 or maybe the Handy, but I'll just say the Sazerac. He gets to keep his Doge. Well, that's good because we're still in the 29 range. Refill barrel. Gotcha. So we are on orange. Orange is my third place. It moved from second to third, or from first to, no, I'm sorry. It moved from first to third. My guess on this is that it is a rye, cast strength, and it is, yeah, I mean, I need to put a name on it. I'm going to guess this is it's either a Thomas Handy or a Sazerac BTEC. That's my guess on that. And that is my third place. I really, really enjoyed it. It does have some spice. That's going to be my guess. So, Tony, we're going to wait for the big reveal. In the meantime, if you haven't, would love you to hit a thumbs up on the video if you've enjoyed this. Orange is Bardstown Experimental Series Pfeiffer Pivot. I would have never guessed that. Interesting. What's the ABV? Oh, 50 proof. Oh, so this one wasn't cast strength. Okay. There you go. Okay. So now we're getting into the top two. And these are the ones that I feel like I had more bearings on than the other two. So in second place is the green. And my guess on the green is that it is Old Forester Birthday Bourbon. And I'm going to weasel my way out of this a little bit and say, okay, if it's not Birthday Bourbon, it is old. It's still Old Forester, but it's the 105th anniversary thing that they put out last year. That is my guess on the number two, green. And I'm about to get embarrassed because it's not going to be that. We will wait for Tony's big reveal. In the meantime, Dogecoin update. We are at 29.4. So we're still hovering in that 29.5 to 39 range, which is fan-frickin-tastic. I'm going to have to wash these glasses tomorrow. He says, I got it wrong. Green is the Bardstown Discovery. Number 4. Damn. Did they tell you the mash bill on it at least? I would be really curious what the mash bill is on that. Because my guess was that, yeah, I would love to hear it. And it's 57. Okay, so I was right on the cast strength at least. Yeah, me too, man. I mean, if you would have put a gun to my head, I'd be fucking dead like Christopher Walken in Deer Hunter, man. Like, this is not easy. These are all whiskeys that I've, like, every whiskey he mentions of I have never had. So, like, yeah. I think I've at least been right on the ABVs, and then I've been right on the knowing which ones were bourbon versus not, but that's it. Andrew Page is in the house. What's up, brother? Great to see you, man. Wolfwalkers. All right. Okay. Okay. So we're going to move on to number 1. And number 1 for me is the red. And my guess on this is that it is a Buffalo Trace Antique Collection Now here comes the hard part. Hang on. It's definitely cask strength. Okay. My guess on this one is that it is Buffalo Trace cask strength antique collection William LaRue Weller. That's my guess on number one. Oh, yeah. Good to know. I at least yeah, these have all been fantastic. So just to be clear, like my rating on the green would have been a 4 out of 5. My rating on the orange would have been a 4 out of 5, and my rating on this red is a 4.25 out of 5. That's what I would have probably given it. And I can't wait to hear how wrong I am on this, but I'm guessing that this is the B-Tech Weller. He says it is King or Kentucky Owl Bourbon, 10-year-old. Okay. Wow. Okay. Kentucky Owl. And is that a weeder? Kentucky Owl. What is it? Batch 10. Oh, man. Here it is. It's not a weeder, is it? No. It doesn't look like it. Well, I was wrong on all 4 in terms of knowing what they were. I was right on all, or I was wrong on all 5 in knowing what they were, but I was right on all 5 on about their being bourbon versus not bourbon, and right on 4 of the 5 about the cask strength. Okay. Whether it was cask strength or not. Okay. So the winner tonight, and again, Tony, thank you so much for these samples, is the Kentucky Owl Bourbon Batch 10, 120.2. Too funny. I don't think it is. I mean, you might be right. I can't tell. Dude, yeah, this is really good. Just to get a sense of what a bottle of this costs. So a bottle of this, oh wow, okay, this is in that $350 to $400 range. Wow, this is an incredible whiskey. You said it was batch 10. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, basically. I am. I'll take it, man. I mean, I got to give my like major love over to Tony in King of Prussia, just up the road from me from Philly, for sending me these generous samples. These are all great. Like I said, these are all 3.5s or higher. As I said, I think this one that I had is, you know, I would throw in that 4.25 out of 5 range. I love it. This is great. So thank you again for these samples. This was a lot of fun. These are 5 whiskeys I've never had. So in some sense, I guess I'm not surprised I wasn't able to pick them out. But I was able to at least get the bourbons right and the ABVs right. So I'll give myself a little credit for that. Thank you, Tony. This was a fantastic blind tasting. Great whiskey. I would recommend all of these. So, Dogecoin update 29.4. We are holding tight. That is great news. And it looks like we're surging again, which is fantastic. So from here, basically what I need to do is make a decision on what direction I'm going to go with some drams tonight. So I'll, comment in the chat. Should we go Scotch? Should we go Bourbon? Should we go Irish? Should we go something else? Let me know, because I'm definitely down to hang for a while. And by the way, if you haven't yet, would have totally appreciate a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, I would love your subscription. On my channel is slowly but surely closing in on that magical 1,000. We are at 775, which is freaking rad, man. Thank you guys so much. I'm super just grateful for that. And if Dogecoin hits $1 tonight, and while we're on the stream, I will crack open the Bunnahabhain 25. Yes, for sure, Chris. For sure. I love it. I freaking love that whiskey, man. It's like it has the rye spice that you want, but it's very bourbony in that, like, I feel like I can drink a couple drams. What I normally find is that, a rye whiskey, I normally won't have more than one dram of the same one. And that's mostly just because, sometimes there are exceptions, of course, but like, you can only, I don't know, for me, it's like I can only take that heavy spice for so long before I want to get something a little, mellowed out and then go back maybe later when I need a puncher. I do love me some good rye, and that Wilderness Trail, man. And I got to give a shout out to Daniel in East Texas, Daniel H., because he's the one that actually tipped me off on that. I love it. And I got a store pick and a regular version of it, and yeah, it goes quick. It's a great whiskey. I think let me know. I mean, if anybody's drinking Scotch, I am sherry wine bombed out. Oh, you want to talk Foursquare? I got a lot of Foursquare. Love me some Foursquare rum, but I do think what I need tonight to kind of turn this, to keep this going, I think I need to go with something sherry. I gotta shock the palate with a really nice, heavy sherry bomb. But I don't know, maybe something else. We'll figure it out. Okay, let me just make sure I get this all right. Interesting. Yeah, you let me know. What I could actually do, and this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna finish it up with the Ardbeg Rye Ardbeg. Another sample provided by Tony. Thank you again, Tony, for this. This is the Ardbeg. It's a committee release, fully aged in rye. Is it good? Yes. Is it great? No. Is it a whiskey you should go out and spend $300 on? No. But it does have its charms. And I was drinking a little bit of it the other night. I don't know what to think about Ardbeg these days. I mean, I love their core range, and I'll never not love their core range. But the thing about them is, like, it's just not these committee releases and stuff. I mean, the black was good, but was it $150 good? No. This, God, I mean, you see this on secondary markets, it's like $200. Like, fuck no, man. What are you going to do? It's just not, it just doesn't rise to that level, And I love Ardbeg. But like rye is one of these things. I've not had the Glenallachie rye, but part of me just thinks that like, you pile rye on top of a peat, especially with like Ardbeg. Like, is this really going to work? Ben Demon Hunter is in the house. What's up? Yeah, I was part of it. It happened. It's not happening anymore. We've finished it up, but that doesn't mean it doesn't really mean anything. I'm just generally like enjoying how delicious this is. And now we're doing Ardbeg. And, I'm sure many folks have seen this, showing up on secondary markets and like, oh, should I spend all my fucking money on this? No, you shouldn't. It's good, but it's not like $500 good, which is what you see it for these days. Give me just a second, y'all. I am just ordering some some dinner. Ain't no biggie. Well, at least I thought I was. But you know how these people go. I need some catfish. The Ardbeg, the problem with it is, again, it's the hype, because this is not, it's not that good. Like, it's good, but it's not like, fuck, man, I need to run out to the store and buy this right away. It's just not. It lacks age. And the lack of age is what like kills it. Again, it was the same thing with the black. I mean, it was definitely the same thing with the drum. Although I don't think age could have saved the drum. I just don't think that like heavily peated whiskey, and I might be wrong about this, but I don't think heavily peated whiskey works well with the rum cask. It just doesn't. The drum was such a disappointment. This is better. You get a bit more like earthiness and depth to the peat with this rye cask, but it's also not just like, I mean, it's not enough to like make you think, oh, I should spend, $40,000 on this or whatever the hell they're charging for it, because they charge a stupid amount of money for this. And there's a limited amount, so you get it on secondary market. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, so the Ardbeg committee release this year is supposed to be called the Scorch, which is quote unquote in dragon scale charge, great dragon charge, charred barrels. I don't even know what that is. I'm not even interested. I will not be buying it. That's a fact. If somebody gives me a sample, I'll definitely try it, but do not expect that I will sample or will buy a bottle of that whiskey. I appreciate the Patreon support, but I am not going to put that money towards a bottle of the Scorch. And there's a simple reason, because I just think it's going to be trash. It's going to be trash. And you know, what can you do? I think it's somebody. There's got to be a breaking point in this entire thing where we're always buying all of this stuff, at inflated fucking prices and so on and so forth. And honestly, I'm just not going to do it. Like, I bought the black last year reluctantly. I didn't actually expect to, but I did. And, to be honest with you, I don't think I would do it again. As much as I liked it, and I think the black committee release was good, I don't think that in contrast, the limited release that was put out from the black was really, really unfortunately bad. I wish it would have been better, but it wasn't. What can you do? But yeah, with that, let me finish up the stream. Let me know in the chat, what are you guys looking forward to this year? Interesting. I trust pretty much anything you say, Peter White, so that's good to know. Yep, I'm with you on that, Tony. Although I would say Ugadal, but yeah, that's about right, man. Yeah, it was Ben's favorite whiskey. Yeah, for sure. I would do the same thing. Yeah, I mean, Desert Island, if you're going to give me 2 whiskeys, 1 bourbon, 1 scotch. I mean, Ardbeg Ugadal is probably, definitely not the wrong way to go for me. What else would I even consider? I mean, if there's a price limit, right? Let's assume there's a $200 price limit. So that way I can't go black art. Yeah, give me Ugadal. And for a bourbon, yeah, Elijah Craig Barrel Proof B520. I'll be fine. Either of those 2. I'll be good with that. I have not had the Tomatin 18, but I need to. It is one of the most inexpensive 18-year-olds, and while I can't say I've had a lot, like, I respect the fact that Tomatin is doing a lot of wine cask maturations. They do a lot of maturations. They put out a ton of whiskey. I'm just not familiar with them enough to like actually speak on it. But I've heard nothing but good things. Been trying single malt scotches lately. Picked up Glengoyne Cask Batch 6 week. Man, that stuff was amazing. Okay, yeah. Glengoyne at cask strength for sure. I do find a lot of their age statement stuff rather disappointing compared to other things. The 12, the 18 isn't great. The 21 is solid. I mean, the 25 is way too expensive, but it's good. It's a good whiskey. Yeah, Glengoyne, they don't color their whiskey, but they chill filter it, and then that's maybe not the cask strength, but the other ones that they do that with, which is annoying. This is Tomatin 18 is phenomenal. Yeah. Mom, use your whiskey reviews. I'm looking forward to the new Lafroig Sherry Oak. Looking for yes. Fingers crossed. It is supposed to be arriving at my door before the show. I will be tasting the new Lafroig 10 Sherry Oak. I'm a huge Lafroig fan, as many of you know, but one of the things that's always kind of annoyed me about them is they don't have a very sherried whiskey. The Lore has a little sherry. The Triple Wood has some sherry, but not the 18 or not anything else. And yeah. So fingers crossed. I hope I don't have to change that at the last minute. Because it's supposed to be here according to my tracking. It will be here in time, and I will uncork a bottle of it live on Tuesday. So if you are not subscribed yet, hit the sub button. Make sure you don't miss that. And I do live happy hours every Tuesday, 8 to 9 Eastern. That's soon going to change. No, it's not. It's going to still be 8 to 9 Eastern, but for me, it's going to be 7 to 8 Eastern because I'm going to be in Chicago, Illinois, and not Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. So there you go. But that'll be fun. You don't need to retry Anno. Anno is not great, in my opinion. Yeah, that's a good one. The Aaron, everything Aaron is putting out these days has been fantastic. The quarter cast Bothy, the Aaron 21, the Aaron, it's called the Bodega. It's a non-age statement sherry whiskey from Aaron. They've turned their brand around in a great way, and yeah, I'm totally happy on them. Finally, a legit time zone. Oh, you're Central Time, right, in Texas? Because it's like, oh, right. Because not all of your state is Central, but most of it is. Like El Paso is Mountain Time, if I'm not mistaken. Because I've been to El Paso a couple times. I don't recommend that you spend any money going there, but for work purposes, I did go to El Paso. Okay, y'all. With this, I am going to wrap things up. I do very much appreciate you all for hanging out tonight. I'm going to get myself some dinner and probably have another dram or two. Oh, in case you missed it, Dogecoin's still at 29 cents, so good news. I will not be live again before Monday, Tuesday. So I hope folks, if before you head out, if you wouldn't mind smashing that thumbs up button, that'd be great. Smash the thumbs down, even. I don't care if you hated this, but if you liked it, smash the thumbs up. It does the same thing, but I'd appreciate it. I will be live, as always, Tuesday, 8 o'clock Eastern Time, where we will be doing the brand new Lafroig 10 Sherry Oak. And if that doesn't happen for some reason, I'll swap it with some other whiskey and you can be disappointed. But it'll still be fun because we all love hanging out. I hope everybody enjoys the rest of their weekend. And, stay safe, be well, especially to our friends over in India who I know are dealing with the full front, intense attack of this horrible coronavirus pandemic. I hope you guys stay safe and be well and take the precautions necessary for everybody else. Y'all keep it tight too, right? We're almost through this. Much love to everybody, man. I appreciate you all. Thank you for the continued support. And I'll see you Tuesday. We'll check out some Lafroig. Peace.